So, what do we actually know the brain does? What are we certain of? Well, the brain is a shock absorber, which prevents electronic currents from injuring the beingness of the person. It's an electronic shock absorber, and people have them in their skulls. If you were to touch your skull at this moment, please do. Touch your skull right now. Good. Just give your skull a tap. Realize one of these brains is right under that skull you're tapping there. The purpose of the brain is to arrest impulses and prevent them from causing severe pain and injury. That is actually its basic purpose. Various parts of this brain are supposed to do guidance of currents and are supposed to connect up into the inner control mechanisms of the individual, but they do less so than is commonly believed. Those studies in psychology which tended to demonstrate this were taken from war casualties. If the brains of war veterans were injured in certain places, and the war veteran could not move certain portions of the body, they then assumed that the brain controlled those portions of the body. And that's how the brain control pattern was made. However, in Dianetics, control of some of those portions have been restored, even though the part of the brain remained missing. However, in Dianetics, control of some of those portions have been restored, even though the part of the brain remained missing. However, in Dianetics, control of some of those portions have been restored, even though the part of the brain remained missing. However, in Dianetics, control of some of those portions have been restored, even though the part of the brain remained missing. So what else does this thing do? What does this thing have to do with the human mind? Well, according to Professor Wundt, the brain was the source of all thought, energy, and so forth. But in fact, all this is a shock absorber. This is to keep you from getting stung. This arrests pain. It actually doesn't forward any muscular control to amount to anything. And all brain maps are based on battle casualties. The psychologist would tell you this if he looked into his notes. He would find battle casualties. So that when a part of the brain was destroyed, a part of the body wouldn't work. So they said the brain controlled the body. All it is a shock absorber. It resides inside the skull. And it's a part of the human mind only because it is insulation for the human mind. But that, in essence, is the main function of the human brain, a shock absorber for the human mind.